Hey guys, it's Alex from 7th Hour Films, back again with Torchwood. Notice anything different? I decided to change things up a little bit with how I am filming these reactions. I've kind of gotten bored of just the white wall that's been sitting behind me, and I thought, why don't I get something at least a bit more interesting? So, yeah, we're gonna sit in front of the fireplace, basically. And yeah, got a nice table and stuff like that, and this is how I'm going to be filming reactions. At least most of them, maybe not all of them, but yeah, most of them are pretty much just going to be right in here. Basically, yeah, I thought this would be really cool. I guess I'm sort of taking a page from Blind Wave and having a nice table to sit at and stuff like that, but yeah, that's basically that. I guess you guys can let me know down in the comments, give me some feedback. Do you like this? Do you not like this? Is my sound coming in really good? How's the lighting and stuff like that? Yeah, you guys can leave that down in the comments if you want to, but also you can comment on this video, because last time on Torchwood we had random shoes. In that, we basically followed the ghost of a guy named Eugene Jones, and how basically he ended up as a ghost, some cool stuff with an alien eyeball, some interesting stuff, I guess, sort of with his friends who sort of double-crossed him, and all of it revolving around Gwen and Torchwood. So, yeah. This is where I say no spoilers in the comments whatsoever. Let's try to stick to this episode and previous episodes of both Torchwood and Doctor Who that I've reacted to. Sorry, I'm a little sweaty. I just got done building the set, so I'm still like troubleshooting thing. I'm trying to work out how I'm gonna do this, because this is a bit new for me, sitting at a desk. What I might even do is, like, for the discussions and stuff, I might sit more centered, but then a little off to the side when I'm actually filming the reaction. So yeah, speaking of filming the reaction, let's get right into this episode of Torchwood. Here we go.
About half an hour ago.
Which date?
Yeah, what's the date?
Today, December the 18th.
Which year?
Oh no.
Which year?
Come
Which
on.
year? I need to know.
1953.
Oh, dang it. That's 1953, that's not good. So they are just from the past. That's very strange.
At least it wasn't a spaceship full of aliens.
That might have been easier.
Yeah.
Travel 50 years.
Then how do we get back?
You don't.
Aw,
According to history, your plane never returned. I'm sorry.
they can't.
What's going to happen to us?
Not even that they literally cannot go back, but
Mind
they
about
just,
us.
they're not a part of history anymore. Do drugs? Is that what that sign says? What the heck?
It'll be good practice when I have children of my own, Mum says.
Yeah, that's, that just ain't happening anymore. That's so sad.
We can figure.
Oh, it's Christmas too. I was wondering. I saw Christmas lights around, and yay, it's Christmas.
Good God.
Welcome to the wonderful world of scantily dressed celebrities.
Hell yeah.
Pricks are waterproof Luscious Lashes mascara. I've got to have that.
There's children around.
She's a children's TV presenter.
Really? He's looking for his son. This is a little bit sad, but
What, did you fall through time too?
kinda. Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you could say that.
multiple times actually. And Daleks and stuff like that. And the Doctor and Rose. Yeah. Take a beer. Not gonna come for you, we're just gonna give you a beer, duh. Sorry about the clock, you guys are just gonna have to get used to it.
Let me get this straight. You expect equality and chivalry.
Oh
I
my
don't see why they
gosh.
should be mutually exclusive.
Well, if it makes you happy.
Yeah, just go for it, Owen.
Men donate sperm anonymously. A little shuffle into a pot at a sperm bank, and they say romance is dead.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
God,
I wasn't born yesterday.
that's gotta sound so weird to her.
But for a bird who's going on...
What do you think you're playing at? I thought I could trust you to behave.
What are...
Where do you want to go now?
Friggin...
Well,
You... I just...
my hands.
behave.
Well, we...
Give me your crap.
We're not meant to draw attention to ourselves. We're not the same as them.
I guess that's true.
We can't trust anyone.
Friggin... There's that hole again.
Don't worry.
You British and your... or Welsh and your holes in the wall, I don't get that.
Women have been to space too, you know?
He's cleaning up.
Up to do.
Oh my gosh.
Do you have a girlfriend?
Eh. Friggin... Owen, if you start banging this chick, I swear to God.
Smoke too much.
Okay. I give up on that argument. On Owen.
Don't see why not.
He has a great apartment, by the way. Look at that. Look at that view. Man, Torchwood really pays.
We could be fuck buddies.
Oh my gosh.
What's a fuck buddy?
Can we not?
It's,
Emma is my auntie's stepdaughter.
Wow,
She's
like
meant to
that
spend
there,
Christmas
just
with
moving
Cardiff,
on.
her friend, but
What's wrong with him?
Alzheimer's. You see now,
The worst
he
of
doesn't
all
remember who he
things
is
an old
most
man
of the
can
time.
have.
couldn't live.
I don't like it here. They took my clothes.
I'll have a word. They're probably in the wash. Keeps me going, this one.
What did you do for a living? Who are you?
That is the saddest thing.
John's witnessing the end of his world, the end of his line, and we can't help.
Yeah.
There's no puzzle to solve, no enemy to fight.
That's
Just
true.
3 lost people who've somehow become our responsibility.
There's no conflict here. Whoa, 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 whoa. Jeez. Frames, don't transition like that.
he was after a lot more than that.
Yeah.
This is disgusting.
Oh my gosh.
I just want you to know that people are more sexually aware these days. They're maybe
Yeah.
a little more careful. How many men have you done it with? A few.
Come on, what's the
In
number?
love with all
Just
of
like
them,
that
you know.
episode of Friends.
Sex can just be about having a good time together. I'm really not the kind of girl who sleeps around.
Oh my
Thanks.
gosh.
For the chat.
Just a slap in the face to Gwen. I love it. That came out weird.
I'm sure we can find you something in Cardiff. You keep looking.
I mean, you could just let her go to London.
Let's make a plan. Get work. Get my driving license.
How is this episode going to end?
Work calls, you go out in the middle of the night and come back with a surprise relative. So let's have it. Who exactly is Pollyanna?
Wow. Get very clever,
Let's do
man.
work.
There's Torchwood. Then there's real life.
Yeah.
That's why you've got to let me go.
Can you somehow get Jack's permission to tell him about Torchwood? Okay. Everything's just happy, apparently. Is this... Are we just gonna end with like a happy ending for Torchwood? That would be so weird. Yo, I've given Owen a lot of crap, but I actually do like their relationship. Oh, alright. And we're back to this. Oh my.
John?
Is he trying to kill himself?
I was born in the future, lived in your past. My time is gone too.
Why are you doing
Huh.
this? Speaking to me in bloody riddles.
He was born in the
Keeping me
future.
from my-
You don't get reunited, John. Just goes black.
He knows.
I died once.
Who are you?
like you, out of his time.
Yeah. Look at him, out of Torchwood.
What your face looks like when you come.
How romantic.
It's been what? A week?
It's been 1 week. Alright, sorry.
I love you too.
Yeah. Basically. It's the perfect answer for that. He can survive that. Oh, right. He can't die, so... Wow, that is... I'm gonna freaking cry right now.
The thing about love
Oh,
is that you're always at its mercy.
they're all leaving.
Now, don't go talking to any strangers and phone me as soon as you get there.
And she's got the happy life, the happy ending, basically. She's gonna go have fun in London, and I don't know, maybe she'll meet the Doctor someday. She'll have a one-off Christmas adventure.
You don't have to go. If I don't, then I'll always wonder what it's like.
You can keep in contact at least. Next time you're in London, say hi. You know, just make sure that she has your phone number and it'll be fine. And Reese can suck it, basically.
There is no way back. You cannot get home.
Then it will take me somewhere new.
Yeah. Fly to America, I guess.
Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas. It's freaking Christmas! This sucks! Oh my gosh. I mean, one's dead, one's going off God knows where, one of them's going to London, it's fine. But... Is that it? Yeah. Wow. Alright. Okay, so... Wow. Favorite episode of Torchwood right there. Just straight up. Holy crap, that was really, really good. Oh my gosh, that... I almost cried like 8 times during that. Holy moly. Excuse me, jeez. Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to keep things out of shot so this doesn't look like I have some cluttered table here. Alright. I got a lot of notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 notes. I didn't think I was going to have this many notes, but here I am, and guess what? I have this many notes, so... What is it, Darby? You're fine. Sorry, you probably heard that. He's honestly closer to the camera than I am. Darby's on the sofa behind the camera, and he just let out a little groan. He was stretching a bit. Oh, that felt nice. Okay. So I did not think I was going to have this many notes, especially like when we were just going through the episode. For what seemed to be like the first half of the episode, I only had like 3 notes. So, yeah, here we go. The first thing I wrote down is trapped. That was very interesting. Just the whole premise of this, that these are just 3 people who are in a plane in the 1950s. I think they specifically said 1953. And they just fell out of their own time. They went through some sort of time portal or something, and they ended up in the present day. That was really interesting. So I really like that. And that's another way. What episode was it before? There was another episode before. I'm trying to remember what it was. Let me see if I can just see in the episode list. It was Ghost Machine. That's right. I like this and Ghost Machine because they really, because this is not the time travel show. This is just, the secret organization show that is that's basically just hunting down all this alien tech and stuff. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this whole setup, so I'm realizing I need to angle myself a little bit more towards the camera itself. I was sitting like this, probably didn't look that good, so we're going to adjust accordingly. So yeah. So I like so like I said, this show, is just the secret agency in the present day just trying to find alien artifacts. And that's really interesting, and that, makes for a good spin-off to Doctor Who, especially because you really can't do the time travel thing again. Doctor Who is the time travel show where, it's all about time travel and space and aliens, but for the most part, time travel. So when you do a spin-off, you really can't just have another time travel show. That doesn't really work. So I like the way that they use time travel in this show they're basically using time travel without time travel, if that makes any sense. Like in Ghost Machine, they're not really time traveling, but they have a machine that lets them see into the past and stuff, and I like that. Or in this episode where, well, technically, yes, there is time travel, but it's these three people from the past falling out into our time. So that's really interesting. I love the creativity of that is really good too, like, because they can't go back in time. I imagine Torchwood will never go back in time unless the Doctor is involved somehow. So without the Doctor and the TARDIS, there's just no time travel going on for Torchwood. So I like that they're still doing some time travel stuff in this show and getting very creative about how they can work that into a show that doesn't have time travel. So I really did like that. I wrote down Foo, F-O-O-W, or fish out of water, because for a while, pretty much the whole thing, these three are the fishes out of water, or just the fish out of water. Oh, what's the plural of fish? Why do I not know that? Is it like deer? Plural of deer is still deer, it's not deers. So, yeah, I think the plural of fish is just fish. So, correct me in the comments if I'm sounding like an idiot. If you corrected me every time I sounded like an idiot, we would never accomplish anything, because you'd have to be picking apart every video I do. But I really like the fish out of water stuff, especially, probably my favorite part was when Yanto took the three of them just to a grocery store. That was just so cool and interesting, and it was so funny too. I really like how funny it really got with the three of them going through and just being like, bananas! And it's like, look at all the shit ton of bananas over here. That's awesome. Or seeing even just the automatic door was pretty cool. And so that was really good. Those three actors really sold it. I really did like them in this. I wrote down Behave because that was the whole, the guy, I feel bad, I don't remember any of the characters' names. And now I'm not going to, but yeah. I think the guy's name was John, so there's that. John, coming in when the one girl is, acting all rowdy and stuff, and she's had something to drink, and so she wasn't drunk, but she was like, I don't know, she's maybe a little tipsy, I guess, is the phrase I could use for that. But when he was like, shouldn't be doing this, you need to behave, it's like, you're not her father, none of you are related. Which is also an interesting thing, that none of them are related in any way. It's just that the two of them happened to be on that plane with her when they went through the time rift. So I do like that. But yeah, his whole thing about behaving, it's like, I guess, as as the elder of the three of them and as the man of the three of them from the 1950s, he probably would do that. He would say, you need to act proper, you need to behave, and it's like, well, screw you, we're not doing that anymore. So, yeah. I wrote down Reese. How do you spell his name, first off? I've seen some people write it as like R-H-Y-S. Is that correct? I don't know. But yeah, Reese finally catching on to what Gwen does and kind of calling her out on it. Well, not fully catching on. He doesn't know. That's the thing. He doesn't know what Gwen does or that she's even involved with Torchwood. He just knows something is up. Something about her job where she has to leave in the middle of the night to go do stuff and then just suddenly brings home some random person. So, yeah. I think he got a little too mad because we have not had any build-up for him yet. Like, we haven't cut to him and, like, she'll be like, well, I have to go on an assignment. I'll be back sometime. And he's like, all right, here we go friggin' again. So yeah, just sort of like how mad he got. Like, it didn't seem to, I don't want to say gel, but it didn't seem to work properly for me at least. So that's kind of that. I wrote down no conflict. That was interesting. That there just wasn't a villain of the episode, and they even kind of said that. Jack said that. It's like, there's no conflict, there's nothing, there's no one to beat, there's no one to save, we just have 3 lost people. So that was also interesting. Although I suppose there was a bit of conflict with the pilot wanting to go back and see if she can get back to the past, and even if she couldn't, she just wants to fly and see where she goes. And that conflicted with what Owen wanted, and maybe the slightest conflict of, the other girl, I'm sorry, I don't remember any of their character names, but the other girl wanting to go work in a shop in London, which Gwen didn't want her to do, but even that really was not a conflict at all. I guess there was a bit of conflict with Reese, and then finally, the conflict between John and Jack, because John wanted to kill himself after seeing his son with Alzheimer's and stuff, which is heartbreaking, and I guess I kind of get it, but yeah. So there's some conflict. There was some conflict in this episode, but not fully, I guess. I wrote down Jack born. So this is the first time we've gotten confirmation that he's been born in the future. Or he was born in the future, I should say. That was interesting because we don't know a lot about Jack. I almost feel like I need to keep a page of facts about Jack. But we know that he served in the military, the British military, I believe, in the early 1900s, which is where the whole ferry thing came in, and he was still working for the military during World War II, because that's when he met up with Rose and the Doctor. Then the 3 of them go on all the way to the parting of the ways. Jack gets killed by the Daleks, Rose brings him back to life, and then we just don't know. We didn't see what happens to him until we get to Torchwood. So I kind of just assumed he was born in the past, but he is a time agent, that's the other thing. And I guess I kind of forget about that because he only brought it up the once in The Empty Child. But yeah, so this is, I guess, full confirmation that he was born in the future, because I guess he could have been born in the past and still became a time agent, but then went back to the past. I don't know. So that was interesting. And then all the endings to all the characters, basically, pretty interesting, and they all kind of made sense. The one girl wanted to go. The 2 of them pretty much wanted to see what was out there. For her, it was to go to London and work in a store, basically. And for the pilot, it was to go fly and see what's out there. Either she'll hit the time rift and go back to the past, or she won't. We really don't know. So that was interesting, but then just the ending with John, especially when it's not just that, well, John still was able to commit suicide, but that he committed suicide in the exact same way he was going to, in that car. He sat in there and died, and Jack sat in there with him. That was intense, man. But Jack could survive that. Jack has the ability to survive that. It would be the same, the Doctor probably has the ability to survive that, because we've seen that gases don't really affect the Doctor. So he probably could have survived that too, but it is interesting because at first I was like, well, wait, would Jack have that sort of power? But it's like, well, wait, he just wouldn't die, because he can't fully die. So, and then the last thing I wrote down, and maybe this is just because, I wrote down Christmas and Election Day, which is in reference to Series 3 of Doctor Who. Now, I know that I'm actually ahead on Torchwood, technically. This is episode 10, and last week I put up, episode 7 of Doctor Who. So, technically the dates are a little off, but I know this is to line up the end of Torchwood Series 1 with episode 11 of Doctor Who Series 3. I know that, but when exactly is Election Day in the UK? I don't really know that, because, at first, because that's basically like when it is now in Doctor Who. Is they said, it's like, well, it's Election Day, and I think we're going to come back to that at some point. But in here, in Torchwood, they said it's Christmas. And it's at least pretty close to Christmas. They kept dropping clues that it's close to Christmas, so that's interesting. I just wanted to, see if anyone can clarify that. Is Election Day and Christmas close to each other? That's basically the question I have. So, yeah, that is basically it for this episode of Torchwood. Again, really great episode. Probably my favorite episode of Torchwood that we've had so far. So, yeah. You can leave comments about this episode of Torchwood. You can leave comments about my new setup that I've got going here. You can leave comments if you hate that these two clocks start chiming during episodes. All that you can leave in the comments section down below. I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. If you want to watch more of my Torchwood reactions, you can click on the playlist right down here. You can check out some other videos way over here, I guess. And you can subscribe if you haven't done that already, and you can follow me on social media, links below in the description. See you guys later.